So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Here's Trubisky. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. This is taken at the 18. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right. Now Trubisky lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 26. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 67 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
They'll run on 1st down. Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On third down, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Boy, he covered a lot of ground. 82 yards on the punt return. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
The ball carrier Roquan Smith in on the tackle.
They go play action now. Ryan. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
The pickup of 3.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
34-yard line.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Alan Bailey, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now Trubisky. Buying time to his left. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Patterson, and this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now, Trubisky steps away to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky to Allen Robinson. And the Bears will extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he's got room. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve past then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at the 20. They'll run on first down. Patterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Now a give, right side. It's Patterson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the play.
Now it's Trubisky. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
4-yard line.
This is a quick pass from Trubisky. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They go play action. Trubisky. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 20.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the handoff, it's Gurley. That'll result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Julio Jones.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
On the carry, here's Smith. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Smith taking it in. And the Falcons are in for 6.
Is good.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Kickoff for Atlanta.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Good job, good job.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now,
and he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown.
Julio Jones. Touchdown.
Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Makes the score.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads leads to a 4th down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They find some open field here. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, 58 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out right at the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Allen Bailey picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Well, that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Play action, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing again, Ryan. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil back in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Darrell Patterson.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
And 5 at the 24.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Trubisky. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Anthony Miller. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Final score.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.